So the plan here today is to make a sign bracket. This can be used to hang up your shingle, or house numbers. It'll have two holes drilled right there so that lag bolts can be mounted into a post or in the side of a wall. Same thing with the bottom spade sticking out there. It's got a scroll that is riveted on for a brace, two twists, and two hand forged eye hooks that are riveted on. To hold up the sign. So that's the project.
I see and smell that
Let's get after it.
green smoke of coal.
Starting out here today with two pieces of 5/8 inch square, 2 foot long. First thing I think I'll do is make the fastening point where this fastens onto either a wall or to a post. First thing I'm going to do is round up two edges of this. Just knock the corners off. Get it hot again. Okay, I'll put that on a little bit of a rounded edge and give it some half on blows on the near edge of the anvil. Just to give a little bit of a set down there. Then take my cross peen hammer, spread that out. Needs some more heat. Spread that out a little ways. Now I'm going to switch over to my round face hammer. Take out some of these cross beam hammer blows on the back side. Kind of round that off a little bit. And we'll straighten that out. Straighten out a couple of little small bulges. And that's pretty much what I'm going for right there. Gives a nice flat surface to fasten to the wall or the post. Put 2 holes in that for lag bolts. And that end, done. I'll wire brush on it here. Screen it off a little bit. Now we'll let that cool so we can do the same thing to the other end. The first thing I'll do is put the tenon on it. To start that tenon, I'll use my guillotine tool. I want about a 3/8 inch tenon, and there's a small piece of 3/8 rod that I'll compare it with. So I'm going to do about an inch of that. Working at it from all 4 sides. And a little bit more. That's probably about enough with the butcher tool. And we'll work down the rest of that tenon. Go ahead and turn that into an octagon. See how we're doing on size here. It's pretty close to the right size. Now, we need to have it fit into the monkey tool. And it's too big for that, so need to take it down a little bit more. See where we're at here. And the end of it fits in there. Well, that's real close. Just need to work it down a little bit more up there at the top, and I think I'll get my fuller or my guillotine tool to help out with that. And there we go, that's close enough. So now we'll work on using this monkey tool. I need to cut a little bit of that tenon off. It's way longer than I need, and it's going up past this sight hole that I have here. You don't want that to bottom out inside the monkey tool or you'll never get it out. So we'll clip a little bit of that off of there. That's a lot better. I just now see the tip of it in that sight window. So now we'll work that shoulder over. We'll do that in the vise with the monkey tool. And one more heat will do it. And that'll do it. Nice squared off shoulder for where those two bars fit up together. And that tenon is done. So we'll set that to the side to cool off and work on the other end of this bar here. Right there. Now I just as well go ahead and punch my hole for that horizontal piece while I'm at it. I want that to be at the halfway point. 12 3/4 from that end, and it's 12 3/4 from that end. Right there in between those two marks. We mark holes and transitions with a center punch. You can mark cuts with a chisel, but if I was, of course I want a hole there, but what I mean by a transition point, for instance, if I was marking exactly the same exact length on those, which I probably should have, I could have marked them with a punch. If you mark them with a chisel, you're introducing a cut in your steel and it'll be weak there. So transitions and holes, you mark with a punch. Cuts, you mark with a chisel. We ought to be able to find that just fine when it's hot. And for this we're going to need two tools. We're going to need a 3/8 inch drift, which is nothing more than a piece of mild steel 3/8 rod that I tapered. A long taper on one end and a short taper on the other. This end will go in the hole, spreading it out to the right diameter when it gets to here, and then we'll be able to pop it out the other side when it gets to this side. And a small hole punch. You want the hole punch, of course, to be smaller than your hole's going to be. As soon as you feel that bounce off the anvil, which there it is, stop, flip it over, go for the spot on the back side that was made by the anvil being cold, throw it on the ground, I think I've got enough heat to get this through. The hole is all the way through, the plug's not out yet. To shear that plug, it's better if it's just a little bit cooled off. And we're through. I don't know if you can see that or not, but we're through. Now I'm going to drift that out just a little bit with my chisel, or with my punch, I mean. And we'll work that hole just a little bit bigger with this punch. That's probably enough. And we still got a little bit of heat. We can run a drift down through there. We'll take that drift through there one more time. Then, the best test is just to fit it, see if it fits the piece, and it does just fine. So, for now, we are done with that piece. After I get my scroll made and see where I want it, I'll be putting one hole up here. But other than that, that piece is done. You know, with the exception of one thing. While we've got that hot, you only get one chance to make a good first impression. I don't know if you can see that or not. We got a touch mark on it. So, we can let that piece cool. Like I say, we're done with it for quite a little while. Make sure this tenon's cooled off. And now we're going to use it for a handle. Now I'm going to taper this off on the end. The first thing I'm going to do is get to the point establish the point on the end of this bar first to help ensure that I don't end up with a cold shut on the end of it, because the hot outside of this bar that is receiving all the impact from the hammer will move faster. And the inside, so it'll want to close up on the end. So the first thing I'm going to do is get to the point. overlapping blows down to the end when you're finishing up. Makes for a nice, smooth, transitioning paper. Now, I'm going to turn that into an octagon. The last one I did that way, I really like the way it turned out. Just a little bit back up the bar, down to the end. Smooth it all out real good. These last blows, not quite a black heat, are just blanishing blows. And we'll put a wire brush on that. Don't know how much of that you'll be able to see, but we have a tapered octagon. Now, I think while I've got that hot, I'll go ahead and start this scroll over the edge of the anvil. Sorry that I'm in your way, it's just the way it's going to have to be. Now, bend it around there about that much and call it done. Even that up a little bit. Get it in the center. The wire brush on it. There we go. Like I said, I really liked the look, that octagon shape. Added some facets to that scroll. Once again, I don't know how well you can see that. Let's try. Anyway, now until we get our scroll made, we're done with both of those pieces. So we'll just leave the scroll form in there, and we'll get a bar of stock about 3 foot long for our scroll.